There we go. Where are we? There we are. Hey Sue, how are you? There's Jerry and Brenda. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I was going to go live about half an hour ago, and Vimeo locked me out because I forgot my password. Well, then I didn't realize I'd put my email in wrong because I had had a period in the wrong spot, which I couldn't see it. And anyway, here we are. So, hey Susan, how are you? And Colleen. So anyway, we're going to be shipping a bow, and hope YouTube's going. Well, let me see. I went on the wrong one here. Let me look here. I tell you, I wish that there was some way we could set all this up before we go live, but unfortunately there's not. And Facebook, if you would listen to here, if you hear me, that'd be a good option to have. Okay, I think we're here now. There we go. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a little scattered today. But anyway, like I said, I get a lot of questions on how to ship a bow, and I need to do that today. And so I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys if you're just joining in. Hey, Barbara. I'm going to be shipping this gorgeous bow down to Texas. It's just a summer or a spring bow. We made it on Tuesday on bow day. But anyway, this is probably about the largest bow I can ship in this box. It's a 12 by 12 by 6 box, and that's my normal bow or my normal box that I ship with. And pretty much anytime I use this particular box, I can ship it first class, and it'll cost anywhere from, say, I think I had one last week that was like in the high $4 range, and then on to just a little bit over $6, just depending on where it's going. But this one's going to Texas, and it was just under $5 to ship it in the 12 by 12 by 6 box. Okay? All right, so I'm going to drop you down just a hair here so you can see. There you go. And I've already gone ahead and taped the box, and they prefer that you tape it in a crossways manner, and I'll explain here in a minute what I'm going to do to do that. But I've already taped it down here, and I'm going to take I was going to take here it is. I was going to take I have an awl that I poke holes in things with, and I just go down here and I poke a couple of holes, and whenever I'm getting ready to poke the holes in, I'm feeling for where the middle of my box is. If I didn't have a bow without tails, I'd put it right smack dab in the middle, but this one's got tails, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit more away from me. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So I'm going to have enough room for my tails. Now, if this was really thick designer ribbon or something like that, like a big thick velvet ribbon, real bulky, I wouldn't be able to use this box, okay? But that's what we're dealing with today. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners, and I'm going to put them together, and I don't just twist them around each other. I twist them around and then I double it back, and that way, no matter how tight you pull on this, it's not going to come out. Okay? All right, then I take it from the inside of the box. I take it and I run it through, and then I come back on the bottom and run it through this way. And the reason I do that, I used to do it a different way. I used to start out from the bottom and feed it in from there. But this way makes the bottom a lot smoother. And you know, those things are going through the conveyor belt at the post office, and I try to think about, is there anything that's going to get caught on here? Okay. All right, so then after that, then I take my tape, and as I said, I put it up a little bit from middle, so my tails are going to lay down here. The bow is going to be attached right here. But that way, like I said, on a bow that has some tails, I've got enough room down here to curl them up. Okay? All right, but now we're going to tape it. I've already taped it this way. Now I'm going to come back over this way. Sorry, I know that's noisy. I smooth it down, and I'm covering that pipe cleaner. And I usually take a couple of strips of tape. Okay? All right. So that's what it looks like from the inside. Okay? All right, now I'm going to take my bow and put it in there. Get everything nice and neat. And I'm going to straddle the center of the bow there. And again, I'll show you what I mean when I get it in there. And I take it, I tighten it down, twist that quite a ways. I tighten, I cinched it down so it's laying flat and still against the box. And then I usually take this and clip this off. So it should be going the other way though. There. Must have put it in there crooked a little bit. So that's what it's looking like right now. But you can see I'm shaking that box and it's not going anywhere. Hey Vince, how are you? Karen. Okay. All right, now the reason I went ahead and clipped those off, I had I secured these, and this bow that I'm going to tell you about, it didn't even have tails. So I know it wasn't the tails whipping around it. But, I mean, you can see I'm shaking that, and that bow is not moving, okay? I had one actually that was returned. The post office couldn't find where to deliver it or whatever. They returned it to me, and I used to leave those big, long pipe cleaner tails on it, but the bow, even though it was secured tightly to the box, it looked, the only thing I can figure is that the pipe cleaner must have beat those bow loops down. So that's why I do that now. You can put some tissue in the bow loops if you want to. I usually don't, but it's just personal preference. But anyway, so that's what I've got so far. Now I'm going to take my tails and I'm going to straighten out my bow first, make sure it's centered. And I'm going to take my bow tails and I'm just going to smooth them. I'm going to smooth them like this, and then I'm just going to roll them. Not tightly, just enough to where they're nice and neat underneath there. Okay. Okay, so that's what it looks like in there. Okay. All right, and if you want to, you could secure those tails down with another pipe cleaner. I usually don't. Now, if I had, again, the big heavy designer ribbon, I certainly would. But that's what I do. And then I've got these little, these little envelopes. And I have printed off, of course, I've got the packing slip from Etsy. And then I put a business card there. I put a little handwritten thank you. And then I've got my QR codes there. And then I've also put a shipping label in here. And I was always told that if for some reason that the shipping label gets worn off of the front or something like that, if you have a shipping label on the inside, they can still find where it needs to go. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told by a post office employee. So I guess if you wanted to, you could put post office or packing slip enclosed or something like that. But so anyway, then I tear off this, put this on one of the lids here. Get that thing off. Then we fold it back down. And I know somebody's probably going to ask me where I get my boxes, and most times I get my boxes from Uline. This box here is not a Uline box. I waited too late to order them, or I didn't for whatever reason. I don't even remember why. But so I had to run to Staples and get one. But you can get them on Amazon also. And so I completely cover the shipping label with tape, and I go this direction first. Make sure it's taped down on the edges though. Sorry, I know this is loud. Alright, and then I'll go this way a couple of times too. And that just adds a little bit of strength to the top of the box here. Alright, now it's all ready to ship. Okay? Alright, hey Terry, hey Elizabeth. Does anybody have any questions? Karen. Okay, I don't see any questions. Let me look on YouTube here. Hey Linda, how are you? From Dayton, Tennessee. I didn't know there was a Dayton, Tennessee. How are you, Linda? But anyway, if you have any questions, just shoot me a line. Now, I did put a link here to our spring centerpiece workshop starts tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be live here or not. I'm going live quite a few times in that workshop. We're going to have lots of things. We're going to have four sessions each of 3 days, so we're going to be busy. But we're going to start from basics on up. I'm going to raise you guys up here just a little bit, but I get a lot of people telling me that they're afraid or intimidated when they start thinking about making arrangements. But I'm gonna fix that, I promise. But I'll show you some recipes that'll be real reliable standbys that then you can kind of branch out from. But anyway, we're going to do that. We're going to have prizes and all kinds of things. So anyway, I did put a link there if you're interested. We do start tomorrow. You do not have to be live. Everything's going to be recorded, and I'm going to send links with the videos and all the files and everything by email to whoever signs up. So I'm excited. I can't wait. All right, anybody else have any questions? Oh, and two, if you're on YouTube and you're doing the workshop, be sure you're on the text list. I did put in the post for this live, there's a number you can text, reply spring, and that will get you on the text list, because this first time I'm going to do a private video on YouTube, so in the anticipation there might be hiccups, I need some way to get a hold of you, okay? But I'll have to send you by email a link to get on the video. So be sure you check your email and get that link, and that's the only way that you can get on there, okay? All right. Okay, you guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And as I said, if you have any questions about the workshop, be sure and let me know. I'll be happy to answer for you, and I can't wait. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.